The last room he showed her was the master bedroom. She had no idea why the view of a king-sized sleigh bed covered in a flawless tan and navy-striped duvet made her warm all over, but she needed to get out of there, fast. She'd get what she came for and go home. Now. She was about to scurry her way out the door and into her car when she barreled into Ryan, who'd been leaning casually against the door jamb. He caught her in his strong arms and set her back just a few inches. "I think I need to get going before I rip your clothes off and take you right here," Sophie said, trying her best to scare him off. Ryan had the good grace to blush, but her words had the opposite effect. "I think that's an excellent idea," he said, his voice husky. While she was trying to figure out what was a good idea, he kissed her. Sophie's last coherent thought was that in the future she would learn to keep her big mouth shut. Oh, Lordy, have mercy on her soul. His mouth felt as good as she remembered. Better. He tasted like the honey in his breakfast tea, and warm, masculine heat. Sophie wanted nothing more than to give herself over to the sensation of his sensual lips rubbing hers, having a time-honored duel with his tongue, maybe even do the horizontal mambo. Part of her hoped that with this man, at this time, things would be different. But they wouldn't be. They never were. Every time a man so much as made a pass at her, touched her, kissed her like Ryan was kissing her, she reacted like an adolescent. But Ryan's hands had a calming effect. They slid from where they had been caressing her shoulder and moved beneath the tiny straps of her tank. Her nipples puckered in response, and Sophie's fear subsided a little, her body softening, yielding to his touch. Ryan moved from kissing her lips to gently brushing her eyelids, her nose, and her forehead with his mouth. She relaxed. They'd covered this ground before. Kissing she could handle. The panicky feeling subsided until he spoke and pulled the strap of her tank top aside. "Oh, God. I've been waiting to do this all morning, to taste every last one of those freckles, to have you beneath me," he whispered fiercely. Sophie was breathing rapidly now, in full panic and retreat mode. Ryan mistook her shortness of breath for passion and started to propel them toward the bed. "I have to go, Ryan," Sophie said, pushing hard against his chest. Cool air brushed against her bare skin, and she looked down, noticing for the first time that her top was askew. Embarrassed to see even part of her breast exposed to his intense blue eyes, she stopped on the bedroom threshold and adjusted her tank. "Sasha and I should get home now." He sighed deeply, audibly. He held his hand against his chest, calming his breath, trying to ease his obvious arousal. She averted her eyes from his tented cargo shorts until his breathing slowed. "It's not going to happen for us, is it?" he asked, shoving his fingers through his tawny hair, leaving the wavy strands sexily mussed. Her fingers itched and her body throbbed, all clamoring to pull him to her and soothe the ache they both felt. With practiced ease, she pushed the feelings away and turned her back on him, navigating the way to the front door. "Ryan, it's nothing personal, really," she threw over her shoulder. "Can you help me load the kibble into my car?" They silently packed the dog stuff into her pint-sized trunk and were barely able to close the lid. She put Sasha in the new collar and attached the multicolored woven leather leash. "You're all set, Sunflower." "Thanks for all your help. You're a truly nice guy, Ryan. I hope you find what you want out there." "And that can't be us? You can't bend your no-lawyer rule just this one time?" "I can't," she responded quietly, as she buckled herself, then the dog, in safely. He'd even thought to buy the dog a harness for car travel. She turned on the car and put it in drive. With her foot on the brake, she spoke with a sense of finality that she hoped she conveyed to Ryan. "I don't date lawyers, Ryan, and I don't like sex." And with that, she sped off down the windy road.